Section 5.1 Interactive Assignment Objective 1. If a person flips a coin and then rolls a six-sided die, describe the sample space of possible outcomes using a heads or tails for a coin outcomes, which is H and T, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the die outcomes. You want to make sure your answers reflect the order stated, meaning that HT is going to be first and your numbers are going to be second. So let's first go ahead and do this. So if we wanted to, we can create a tree diagram. So we have heads, okay, and we know that it's going to have 6 branches because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And same thing with the tails. We know it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So now we're going to write the sample space in braces. So we have H1, because recall here that they want us to make sure that we write the proper order. H1 and then H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. So writing that out, we have H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. So let's go ahead and put our answers in here. So again, we have H1, H2, make sure we have commas, putting periods there. If I did that, then it would come out incorrect. Okay, H3, H4, H5, H6, T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. Okay. Now, let's just try a similar question just to see what would happen here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and the same one that we just had. So let's do another similar question here. Okay, so here it says if a person spins a 6-space spinner and then draws a playing card and checks its color, describe the sample space of possible outcomes using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the spinner outcomes and BR for the card outcomes. Make sure your answers reflect the order stated. So this time the numbers have to be written first and the letters are second. So in our sample size we have 1B, we have 2B, 3B, 4B, 5B, 6B. And then we have 1R, 2R, 3R, 4R, 5R, and 6R. And make sure that your commas, you don't have a comma at the end or at the beginning, and there's your answer. Okay, let's try one more similar question to see if they give us something different than what we've already had before. We've already had that one before. Okay, and so again, it says if a person spins a 3-space spinner and then draws a playing card and checks its suit, describe the sample space of outcomes using 1, 2, 3 for spinner outcomes and C, D, H, and S for the card outcomes. And again, make sure your answers reflect the order stated, meaning that we're starting with the 1, 2s, and 3s, and the letters are second. So we have 1C, 2C, 3C. And then 1D, 2D, 3D. And then we have 1H, 2H, 3H. And then 1S, 2S, and then 3S. And then check our answer, and our answer is correct.